Jay from Team DMA coming at you with another video. So this video is going to be regarding a specific deck that people don't talk about, but is broken. It's like super broken. The thing about this deck is that it's wildly powerful, like Luna Light that I had introduced to DC, my good friend DC. This deck is uh, is a very cheap deck. I think you can build it for like $20 to $25, and it was first introduced in 2019, and it's been getting some support as time progresses. But people are starting to fuse engines into it and making it broken. The deck is able to do 6 interruptions per turn. It feels exactly the same like playing Megalith, and basically what's going on is mostly all of their monsters are rituals, and all that's happening is they're special summoning to the field, and when they special summon, some of them are sent to the graveyard and it special summons new ones. And then some of their effects let them draw new ones from the deck together with the normal summons that they're doing. Sometimes are not ritual, but all of those normal summonings are getting more rituals. So it's a recurring effect. It's like traffic going around the corner of the block. They're just coming around out of the deck into the hand, field, and graveyard, and then they're coming back onto the field. Some of the times they're coming back into the hand. It's like super wild, and they're playing together with spells in the background, and all the spells do is help the Megalith get extra effects of gaining attack, lowering your attack, and then they play it together with different field spells. And one of their most broken field spells, it helps them to gain effects not to be destroyed by battle the first time you hit them, and it has other effects that when you special summon those ritual Megalith, you can get other ones from your deck to your hand, or from the field I believe to your hand. But it's basically a loop, man. There's nothing you can do. By the time you notice, they're at 6 to 7 interruptions. They don't practice the negations as much, but the interruptions. And their full broken combo is they can play, they're like tier limits. It feels similar to playing a tier 1 style deck. In case you don't know what makes a deck tier 0 or like tier 1 or tier 0, because a lot of people don't know, they're just talking out of their butt and they really don't know anything. You can tell because their videos are rigged and whatnot, but when you know what's really going on, like you're really dueling against these tier 1s and tier 0s and you're able to beat them, you really understand what the heck is going on. And not only that, you have to be better than that. So all of these decks that are broken have the capability of playing both turns. So when it's your turn, they're playing. And when it's their turn, they're also playing. Their turn never ends. It's always active. And if you notice, all the tier 1 and tier 0 decks, that's what they do. Like, hello, what do you think they do? What's the difference between the regular meta and the rogue? And that's exactly what happens. Those decks are not able to play during your turn. They're just on standby. And that's why I built the AC 130. And the AC 130 plays during your turn, and I play during my turn. And the only difference is that I can't attack you during your turn, but it doesn't matter because I can do all the other effects and banish and everything, and negate and pop and all that during your turn. So I play on my turn and I play on your turn. And my cards are meant to be 10 times more powerful during your turn than my turn, because in my turn I shut everything off. During your turn I turn everything on. So this Megalith deck does that. It has the ability to turn up the power like super nasty during your turn, and then they'll shut off during their turn to do other different types of combos. So what is one of the combos that they do that makes Megalith so broken that I'm willing to say if you play the right one you won't beat it, like I'm sure, is because they have the ability to, they send all your freaking cards back to your deck. I don't remember if it does it to your hand, but I know they do it to your deck, and they do it in a quick play. So you can be doing a chain combo, and then all of a sudden everything's gone, and you don't even resolve. You're out of there. You're gone. All you can do two things. You can either surrender or just keep your mouth open, but you have to be careful because the fly might go in there. But yeah, by the time you notice, it's violent. And the funny part is only $20 for the deck. And like I said, before somebody starts arguing and saying it's a lie, well, the deck itself is $20, $25. Obviously, you have to put a little bit of cards into it to make it more broken. If you just want to play at $20 to $25, it's broken, but you're not going to be smoking tier 1 and tier 0 decks. If you want to do that, you're going to have to put some money into it maybe another $30. I would say $55. You can make deck hyper super nasty broken. So we're gonna take a look at the duel here. Prophecy, search, secrets, knowledge, activate, draw, activate, set, illusion, draw, trigger, Thumb Dark Magician, special, trigger effect, draw. Set 2 cards. So Senju, Thousand Hands, they're gonna start with the Megalith fall. We're gonna trigger, chain, enter Dragoon right away. They're gonna chain their monster, and they're gonna chain the effects in the graveyard. And they like to do it with Branded, where they do 6 chains or 3 to 6 chains on purpose so that you can respond to it. And this is the card that's in the graveyard. It's all a setup. Now we got a negation on board. They're gonna pop, chain, negate. You see? They're gonna have somewhere around 3 to 4 negates and very nasty interruptions, like 4 to 6. But at this point, they can't out the Dragoon because they don't have enough cards. So the guy's gonna surrender right there. Because if you look at their hand, they only have another Megalith that they resend back to their hand. So they're kind of stuck because they needed the spells to keep going. Now there is another variation of this deck, and I was lucky enough to play this same player, Sraverer. I don't even want to attempt to say the name. I don't know what the heck. But whatever his name is right there at the top, read it. I did find him later in the week, and he was playing this same deck, but it was a better version of it. The guy claimed to have more powerful versions, but I didn't get to duel them. But I did duel this deck that he has right now, but the more broken version. The guy didn't say it was top tier. He said he had another top tier, but he likes to play a more of the pure version. He just added more broken cards, and I'm not gonna lie, he kicked my ass like big time with the AC 130. And you might be wondering, like, how did that happen? Well, you have to know how to play against the deck, and because the other deck was drawing so much, I wasn't reading all the effects, and they make fun of the Yu-Gi-Oh players for this because we don't read the cards. We just try to do stuff and it backfires. And I didn't read any of the spells, and the spells had to do with protecting from battle damage, and then also lowering your attack and then increasing their attack to go through Dragoon and whatever. And I didn't really care about any of the cards, and by the time I noticed, it was too late. Because I think I had 3 negations and like 4 interruptions, and that's a lot. Like once you start reaching 8 to 9, it's a lot. It's not funny no more. It's like a tier 0 style, and they're able to do it during your turn and during their turns. Like they're always playing. You always have to play against them, and I couldn't keep up, and I got my ass kicked by, I'm not gonna lie, Dragoon and everything. So it was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing. I'm gonna be uploading the video exclusively to Team DMA, so you guys can watch it over there and have some fun. But yeah, this deck is called Megalith, and as you can see there, the cards that he's incorporating into it, and it just all works together smoothly. And like I said, he has the broken cards, you know, he has hand traps and everything, and he also plays the evenly matched, but I think only at 1, and 1 lightning vortex. Like he wasn't like overshadowing the deck. That's what I liked about this specific version that the guy made. He wasn't doing it like all the other people that just put way too many broken cards and that deck doesn't shine at all. He was doing more of the Megalith. It was trying original, but he was just putting 1 or 2 copies of broken cards, and it worked out very well. We did get the win on this one, obviously, like I said, because he didn't have enough cards to keep switching. And he's aware that when he passes, I'm gonna pop it, and then from there it's gonna get nasty with me because I'm gonna start drawing a bunch of cards and banishing from the graveyard effect. So he's not gonna keep up. So the guy just surrendered. But believe me, this deck and this guy knows how to play it, man. And you guys are gonna enjoy the videos that I'm gonna upload exclusively to Team DMA. And I mean every sense of the word. I got my ass kicked. I didn't stand a chance. And, so yeah, so the way you beat the deck is you can't let the spells resolve, and then when the monsters are coming out onto the field, you need to stop the chain spam, as you saw me do right here with excuse me, with what the heck, where did it go? Oh, he sent it back to the deck. Okay, hold on. Let's take a look at this before I end the video. Okay, so you already know he's gonna send it back, right? Now that you know. So, so, um, we could have banished. We could have banished. What's it called? I'm sorry. We could have left called by the grave at the bottom during his turn, so we could have activated the effect. Um, but I wanted to keep it in hand instead, and that's why he outed us there. But we would have beat him right there and then, because the moment you break it, it pops, and then that's it. They're gonna lose. But he's not able to draw, so that was the problem. It's not that the deck was weak or nothing. He can beat me, but the draw power is not there. You know, he ran out of juice. But the other version that I played against, it had enough juice. I think he had like 6 monsters on the field. He had like 4 spells, and they were all triggering. It was pretty nasty, and he had his hand at like a 6 cards, and he was still drawing more. Uh, I did manage to beat that version of his deck as well, but it was only because I already know what the cards do. Because this is why I do these videos, to help people out. And you might like the opposing deck, you know. You might like the opposing deck, and you might want to try a deck. And this is one of the decks that you might want to try in this video, specifically for DC. I don't know if you've ever heard of Megalith deck, but this is a deck that that you're gonna want to look into. If you want me to buy you this deck of Megalith, let me know. DC, I don't mind buying you this deck if you want to play it in real life, the real deck. So you can have fun with it. But basically, this is a Megalith deck, and it's broken. If you never dueled against one, then you have no clue, and you need to duel the broken version. And trust me, it does somewhere around 3 negates and at least 5 or 6 interruptions. So it easily climbs up to around 8 of them. That's what you have to deal with. And it's supposed to be like a $20-$25 deck. But we know that they're including a few broken cards on top. But it's probably just $55 to $60 max. But for that kind of money, that's cheap. And for the type of power, can't go wrong with that, man. So, Megalith, bravo. Tip of the cap to this guy. Good job. And the deck, I actually like the deck, to be honest with you. And if you like this video, and like I said, you guys want me to continue to be making videos like this, introducing new decks or decks that already exist, and then showing you how to beat them. So this deck, all you have to do is stop the, as you see me do right now, all you have to do is just stop the rituals from coming out. There's a lot of ways. You can negate the effects, that's another way. And you need to be careful with the spells. You need to get rid of the spells right away. And if you can do that, then the deck's finished. And if you try to stop the spells, or try to stop the summons, or try to stop the effects, they're going to be popping that back card or sending it back to your deck like you saw them do to me. And if I would have set the, what's it called? It wouldn't have worked, because we need a card to discard. So I kept it in my hand, so it doesn't matter. But in that case, if they would have activated it, you could have sent it the Call by the Grave and gotten it. I don't know if I have Dark Magic Attack. Oh, okay, so I could have done that. I could have triggered to get Dark Magic Attack to my hand, and then use the discard material and then banish it from there, and I would have won a lot faster. But that's pretty much it, you guys. Hopefully you guys liked the video. Comment on this video, give a like if you liked it, and I'll continue to do more videos like this, showing you how to beat these decks, every deck that exists. With that having been said, you guys take care, stay safe, stay cool, and Dark Magic Attack.